Hey fellas, it's Lagoon, and they finally did it. They finally made a Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda herself. Sure, she was playable in things like Hyrule Warriors and stuff, but she never had her own main game where she was the protagonist, until now. And the best part about it is, the game is really good. I'm about 5 hours or so into it, and I am just absolutely enamored by just how fun this game really is. This game is just oozing with brilliant ideas and Nintendo charm that I just had to record a first impressions video on it. There was no way I wasn't going to. So here are my first impressions on The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I was a bit worried about this game when it was announced, mainly because of the ecosystem. Basically, Zelda can create copies of things like items, furniture, and enemies, and these echoes are used to solve puzzles, combat enemies, and access new locations. The entire game is built around this, and that could have gone badly, to be honest. Let's take Tears of the Kingdom, for example. This game is absolutely incredible, don't get me wrong. It is probably one of the best games I have ever played. But one of my problems with it is that almost every puzzle in the game relies on the Ultra Hand building system, where you can stick items together and build contraptions and stuff. That mechanic completely took over the game and kind of suffocated every other type of puzzle. I was worried that the same thing would happen with Echoes of Wisdom, and yes, everything in this game has to do with the echoes, but so far in my experience, the mechanic is so in-depth that the puzzles still feel really engaging and fresh. Now keep in mind, I'm still pretty early on in the game. I've done like 2 of the main dungeons. The ecosystem could very well become stale and annoying later on, but so far I'm just hooked on it. It's so inventive and fun. Yeah, Zelda summoning tables and beds to explore is really stupid and goofy, but it's a really fun kind of goofy. Just like in Tears of the Kingdom, this system allows you to approach problems in many different ways. Yeah, there are intended solutions to problems, but if you have a different idea that you think could work, nothing stops you from trying it. Your plan may fail miserably, but you were allowed to fail in a fun and creative way. That's the best part about this game in my opinion. Every problem can be tackled in a myriad of ways, so you get to experiment and play the way you want to. Even the combat can be approached from any angle you can imagine. Fighting enemies can be a little clunky and slow, but I think that's just because I'm pretty early on in the game and I haven't really gotten a full grasp on the combat yet. If you have defeated an enemy in the past, you can learn an echo of it and summon it to fight alongside you. The genius of this is that the enemies have the same attack patterns and drawbacks fighting for you as they did when you were fighting against them. This means that certain enemies can combat other ones more optimally. You have to really assess the attack patterns of what you're fighting and the environment you're in to pick the right echoes for the job. This can kind of be annoying sometimes, trying to fight with only the echoes, which is why you can enter sort of Link mode, if you want to call it that. You basically have an energy meter, and while your ability is active it drains, but you get to use Link's items like the sword and stuff to make combat much more fluid and easier. You just have to manage your energy and really know when to pop Link mode. The energy bar and Link's tools can be upgraded as well with items you find around the world, so goofing off and exploring can really reward you with easier combat. You can also find things like ingredients when out and exploring and doing side quests that you can use to make smoothies. These are kind of like the meals in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where they heal you and or give you passive buffs, but instead of meals they're drinks, which doesn't really change much. You have to go to these shops to make them, and honestly this system is a lot of fun. You can put together a ton of different types of smoothies by just trying different ingredients, and you'll be rewarded for it because then you'll have more healing items to help you when you're about to die. Oh, and yeah, there are actual side quests sprinkled around the world, so there's a lot to do outside of the main story. The game has just a huge map, it seems, that I've only really scraped the surface of, and I can't wait to just see what's out there and see what I can get and what smoothies I can make, what weird characters I can find. You'll go all over the world during the story, and on that note, the story is simple but also pretty fun and cute. I think it's been pretty good so far, and I'm really looking forward to see where it goes. Even though I'm only a little bit into the game, I can say that it is just wonderful. It's a more puzzly, thought-provoking form of Zelda, where even the combat becomes a unique puzzle. Yes, elements like that are present in normal Zelda games, but it just feels more so in this one. It's like they took the traditional 2D Zelda gameplay, but changed it just enough so that it feels unique and fresh, which is really fitting since we are playing as Zelda for the first time. Not counting that one game that we're not talking about. The only real issue I have with the game so far is that for some reason it it doesn't have the best performance. It like lags quite a bit, and the resolution just seems a lot lower. It isn't a deal breaker at all. It's just kind of interesting to look at a game like this lagging, probably because we're in like the very end of the Switch era and things are getting ready for the Switch 2. I'm sure if this game can play on Switch 2, it'll work just fine. But apart from that, so far so good. This game has really impressed me. I am just shocked at how much I am loving this game, and I cannot wait to play more and see how everything ends. And with that being said, what are your thoughts on Zelda Echoes of Wisdom so far? Let me know in the comments, and also be sure to like and subscribe because we are getting so close to 500 subs. Your support means a ton to me, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you all so much for supporting me lately. It's been so exciting, so motivating to work on videos, and I can't wait to bring out more, so stay tuned. I have a lot cooking up in the old noggin. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I need to go quickly edit this because I need it to be out while it's still topical, and the sooner I get it done, the sooner I can go back to playing Zelda. Oh my god, this game is so good.